What's up, fellow Saiyans, and welcome to episode 68 of my Marvel United mini paint series. Today I'm doing one of my own personal favorites, Spider Man 2099. I'm sure by now, after the Spider Verse movies and stuff like that, everyone kind of knows who he is. This one was kind of rather simple to do. It didn't require many colors. It honestly didn't take that much time. A lot less time than a normal, or like how much I spend on the other ones. But Miguel O'Hara here is primed up in uniform gray. And so for the first color we're going to add to him, I'm going to use deep blue. And this is going to be for all the blue on his costume. And I've been trying to hop back and forth between X-Men and Spider-Man people. So the next video release will be an X-Men character. Every once in a while I want to throw in some just random Marvel characters in as well. Once that's on, we're gonna move to the bottom. I'm gonna let the blue dry, so I'm gonna move on down to the base. And for the base, I'm gonna use gunmetal. And if you guys have any requests on any characters specifically that you'd like to see, don't feel free to go ahead and share that in the comments because like I have a lot still to go too. And I mean, if you got requests for it, I'm all ears. So next up, I'm gonna head up to the webs on his back, and I'm gonna use mummy robes for this. And mummy robes, being that it's like a whitish color, you're gonna probably have to apply 2 to 3 coats to get the color consistent, not all like kind of faded. Next up, for his mat, like the lines on his face, the skull spider thing, and the thing, the spikes on his forearms, for the red colors, we're gonna use pure red. And you can see here I'm using a detail brush. Now I'm just gonna take my detail brush and go over with the blue, the white, and the gunmetal too as well, just to clean up the lines and make sure everything's where it's supposed to be. And then once that's finished, it'll be time to start the washing process. So to start, I'm going to use dark tone, and this is going to be used to everything except for the webs on his back. And remember, when using the wash, you don't want any bubbles or puddles. Make sure you just bring it out. You put it a little bit on, stretch it out to the recesses. Now, for the webbing, I'm taking the dark tone again, but with the quick shade wash medium, and I'm going to mix it up and I like dilute it a little bit so it's like a lot lighter. It's like a lighter gray. And I'm going to use this as the wash for the webs. And next, it'll be time to start the highlighting process once that's all dry. And it takes a while to dry. But now, once we're highlighting, I'm going to take matte white and I'm going to dry brush the webs over top of the wash. I'm also going to add there's little lights on all over the base where he's standing. And I'm just kind of dotting them because I'm going to use a neon color later for it. Now for the highlights in the blue, we're going to use crystal blue. And I'm going to use the one brush I have. It's not necessarily like, I'm using a dry brushing type method, but it's not necessarily a dry brush. It's kind of small, but it gets the job done. In no way, shape, or form am I a professional painter. I'm just a guy just painting his minis, enjoying it. Now for the red, I'm going to take the pure red we used before as well as the mummy robes. I'm just going to add a little bit of mummy robes to it. And it'll brighten it up a little bit, and that's going to be the highlight color we use for the red. Now for the base, I'm going to use shining silver as our highlight color for the gunmetal parts. Just going to avoid all the lights. Now I have this neon pink rose color. These paints are from Five Below. They're real cheap and easy, but as long as you give them a white or a white base underneath them, like they're really bright and they look really cool. You just got to always make sure you give them a white base underneath. And that's gonna I'm finished with Spider-Man 2099. Like I like how he looks. You know, with the way the blue went on, it almost looks like he got like a cell shading type thing going on. I really like this one. It's one of my favorite characters, and I feel like I did a pretty decent job on him. So I'm generally completely satisfied with this one. And if you guys like this, you could check out my Facebook page. It's the links down in the description below. I have all the posts of all the other videos as well. You can check out my Twitch page. Sometimes I do live painting, but most of the time I'm just gaming or something. And if you guys want to see more of these videos, you can hit that subscribe button there so you'll get notified when new ones come out. Like I said, I have more to paint, and I do have more videos that I'm already currently working on trying to get them out. I just got life sometimes gets in the way. But I'd like to thank you guys all for watching, and later, Saiyans.